Hi, and welcome to Module 3, which is Step 3 in the course of 3 Steps to Goal Success, and it's measurement, or measuring your success. Before we get into this, though, I'd like to say congratulations, because you've gone through 2 big steps. The first one being answering the why the goal is important to you, why it's meaningful for you, and realizing that you're ready for it. And then step 2, understanding the effort it's going to take to actually complete the goal. You know, the small, medium, big, large pieces, understanding the effort, and also thinking about the additional support you might need in order to achieve your goal as well. So this step 3 is about measurement, and it's measuring your successes along the way. And it's so important, and it's actually one of the bigger reasons people often don't follow through with their goals. Now, nod your head if this is something that you've experienced before. And yes, I know this is virtual, but I mean, I can feel some head nodding coming back my way soon, because how often have you gone through a goal, you said, okay, this is important, I got this is the effort it's going to take, I'm ready for it, and then you get stuck, or it's a couple weeks in and you just feel like you're not making progress, or you think, okay, this is really getting overwhelming, and you don't have any way of recognizing all your accomplishments that you've done to that date. And that's a big piece of this, and you get caught up in what I call the negative spin cycle, where you think, oh, I should have done this, I'm not doing this is stupid, it's overwhelmed, I'm done, right? And you just get completely overwhelmed, or you just get deflated and then give that goal less and less effort, less and less attention, and it goes by the wayside. So that's why the step 3, while deceivingly simple, is so crucial and critical to your goal success. So with step 3, this is something also you do ahead of time, and you think about what makes sense to document. And so that's why with this first one here, small steps. So what small steps make sense to celebrate and give a reward to? And depending on what the goal is, I recommend having at least one small step, about one a week. And it could even be, my small step is to check in with myself every Friday to see how well I've done this week. Check in with myself on Wednesday afternoons to see how I feel about this. Or all sorts of other ideas can happen as small steps. But it's important, A, to set up what the small steps will be, and B, understand what your reward will be to yourself for actually getting that far. And to celebrate that. And that's why you'll notice in the worksheet, if you haven't downloaded it yet, don't worry, you can download it after this video. It's below the video here. And I made a table for you to write out what the success marker is, but then also what's your little reward or celebration. Now, an example, and people ask, well, what kind of reward do you give yourself, for these small steps? And so I will say an example for today in filming this for you. I said, okay, well, I want to be prepared, and so I want to write my outline of what I want it to be. I want to get everything set up and get ready and film it, and then after I film it, I can go for my walk. And I know it sounds silly because we should all exercise in some fashion, but it's one of those, not that I have to earn the walk, but it's a nice little celebration reward for myself that I've worked hard in the morning and I can take a break and reward myself to let my brain relax for a little bit and get some exercise. So they can be all different things. It can be at the end of the week, you finish that report, you get your glass of wine. Or, you go through and you crank out 5 videos and you're ready to go and you play some games with your kids. It doesn't have to be big rewards, but it is nice to give something to yourself because you're giving a lot of yourself in terms of getting your goals. So with the step 3, like I said, take your time and think about this. And I didn't write it on this, and I should have, like I had for module 2, but be specific as to what your small steps are. If you want a time base once a week, or you want specific task orientation, have it that way, but just be specific in what works for you. And also for the reward, be specific, because we work in interesting ways as human beings. And if we have something to look forward to that we know that we'll enjoy, sometimes it makes that effort or that struggle just a little bit easier, because we know we're going to get something that we really want and we'll have deserved at the end. So I thank you and honor you for going through this course, because this is the last step to goal success. And like I said at the beginning, this is not a guarantee that you will achieve your goal fully or have what you deem as what would be success. But if you take the time and go through each of these steps to understand the why, the what, and the how, I can say that you will go in with such a better understanding of why it's important to you, what it'll take to achieve it, and how you can keep yourself out of your negative spin cycle or those ruts. Because you will get into those, but if you have it set up properly ahead of time, there'll be many different ways that you can figure out to celebrate and honor you for being you. So thank you so much for enrolling in this course, and I look forward to hearing from you and seeing you in the next course. Thanks a lot. Have a great day, and don't forget to start and end every day with a smile.